So, Mr. Sivang, work power energy, chapter 2, ICSA class 10th, revision MCQs. First question. When the displacement is along the same direction of force, then the work is said to be
positive C.
great. So, work is equal to force into displacement into cos theta. Theta is the angle between Mr. CB.
Cos theta. Theta.
Theta is the angle between
The force and the direction of force.
force and displacement.
Okay, yes.
So, for example, if force is, let us assume 10 Newton and displacement is 5 meters and theta is 60 degree. So what would be work done?
So 10 into 550 into cos 60, which is 1.2. So the correct answer would be 25
25 watt.
joule.
Any doubt, Mr. CB?
No doubt.
So always remember that two simple questions which are asked is, and you can understand that with the help of this diagram also, is that if force and displacement, if the angle between them is acute angle, then the work would always be positive or negative?
It's positive.
Positive. Shabash. And if the, for some reason the theta is obtuse, then the work would be
Negative.
negative. Shabash. Any doubt?
No doubt.
Question number 2. What amount of work is done by a centripetal force in circular motion?
It's a negative 1 minus 1.
Why minus 1? See, this is a centripetal force. Any doubt?
No doubt.
So the centripetal force always points to the center of the circle. Do we have any doubt about this?
No, sir.
Now the displacement would be along the circle. Any doubt about this? See, if you take a stone.
Yes.
If you take a stone and you are rotating the stone like this, is it a circular motion? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Let it be in horizontal plane. Any doubt?
No doubt.
So this is a circle. This is a stone. Which direction would be the centripetal force?
So towards the center.
Do we have any doubt regarding this?
No, sir.
So this is the centripetal force. Any doubt?
No doubt.
So the center is O and CP is the centripetal force. Okay. Now what I want you to understand is that the stone would be moving in a circle. Do we have any doubt about this?
No doubt, sir.
Let us assume that in a very small time, the stone reaches here. Any doubt?
No doubt.
So the distance is so small, that if you look at this triangle, this is how the distance looks like. Just try to visualize. The force is towards the center and this is the displacement. Mr. CB, can you imagine?
Yes, sir.
So this is the centripetal force and this is the very small distance that the stone has moved. Can you imagine this? What would be the approximate angle between these two, displacement and the centripetal force?
So approximately it would be 90 degrees.
Approximately 90 degree. Do we agree about this?
Yes.
What is the formula of force that we have discussed right now, 5 minutes back? F into
The displacement into cos theta.
what is theta?
So theta is 90 degree.
So theta is the angle between force and displacement. In
Yes.
this case, it is 90 degree. So what would be the work done?
0.
Work done would be 0. Why it would be 0?
So because cos 90 is equal to 0 degree.
Cos 90 is equal to 0 degree. Any doubt?
No doubt.
So always remember that centripetal force does no work in circular motion. Any doubt?
No doubt.
Why? Because centripetal force is always perpendicular to the displacement. Any doubt?
No doubt.
So when the displacement, what amount of work is done by the centripetal force in a circular motion, Mr. CB?
So it would be 0.
0. Question number 3.
When the displacement is along the opposite direction of force, work would be negative B.
Shabash. Same as we have discussed. This side is displacement. This side is, let us assume, force. The angle theta is obtuse. I'm applying. Let us assume force in this direction, but the displacement is in this direction. So the works would be negative because theta would be obtuse. Great. Question number 4.
So whether the body descends from a certain height using stairs, slope or lift, the force of gravity does the same work. Is this statement true or false? A, true.
Why? Let us try to understand again. This is Earth. There is a mass m. What is the force that Earth would apply on this Mars?
Weight.
Weight. On this mass, very simple. It is a weight. And what is the formula of weight?
mg.
Mg. Any doubt?
No doubt.
Now, let us look at the question. Yeah. Whether the body descends from a certain height under stairs, using stairs, slope, lift, the force of gravity does the same work. Let us try to understand this question. So this is a building. And this mass m kg, is coming by stairs or slope or lift. The work done by gravity would always be given by, the force of gravity would always be given by, Mr. Zima,
Weight.
weight. Force of gravity would always be the weight. And what would be the displacement? So for example, from here till here, this height is h. So what would be the displacement? Using stairs or slope or lift, what would be the displacement?
So D.
D. But in this case, it would be, if I am calling it h,
H.
h. So using stairs, it would be W into h. Using slope, it would be W into h. Using lift, it would be W into h. Any doubt?
No doubt.
So in each case, the work done by the force of gravity would always be W into h. Any doubt?
No doubt.
So what would be the answer?
True.
True. Great. Question number 5.
A.
What is the unit of work? It is a joule. What is the CG as unit of work?
Erg.
Erg. Erg is a CG as unit of work. 1 joule is equal to how many ergs?
C.
C. 10⁻⁷. Let us try to understand. See, 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton into 1 meter. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
This is force, this is displacement, so force into displacement. Now, 1 Newton is equal to 10⁵ dyne. Is it correct? One meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So 10⁵ dyne centimeter Dian centimeter is called erg. So 1 joule is equal to 10 raised to power 7 erg. Any doubt?
No doubt.
So usually the question would be asked is 1 erg is equal to how many joule, Mr. Sibang?
10 raised to the power minus 7 joule.
10 is from minus 7 joule. Great. So question number 8.
The rate of doing work is called A power.
Great. Question 9th.
Watt.
Shabash. Question 10th.
Energy possessed by body, kinetic energy. Okay.
Shabash. Kilowatt hour.
Power.
Power. So let us try to understand this. So Mr. CB, this topic would come in electricity again. In electricity chapter again. So let us try to understand what is a kilowatt hour. And in electricity, what you will understand is that 1 kilowatt hour is actually called 1 unit of power. Sorry, 1 unit of energy. Okay, let's try to understand. So power is equal to work done upon time. Any doubt, Mr. CB?
No doubt.
Therefore, work done would be equal to power into time. Yeah. Now, let me take a power of 1 kilowatt. That would be 1000 watt. And let me use this power for 1 hour. That is 3600 second. So the work done by a certain machine, by a certain motor, which has a power, which is delivering a power of 1000 watt for 1 hour, the work done by that motor, by that machine would be 3.6 into 10 is for 6 joule. Mr. CB, any doubt?
No doubt.
So this amount of work in electricity is called 1 kilowatt hour, and this 1 kilowatt hour is called 1 unit of energy. Mr. CB, any confusion?
No confusion.
So what I'm trying to tell you is in simple word that kilowatt hour is a unit of, Mr. CB,
Energy.
energy. Please understand that the bill that you get at home for electricity, you get a monthly bill, this electricity bill. If you see an electricity bill carefully, it will have some units that a household consumes in a month. So let us assume that the number of units that a household consumes is 300 units. Now this unit, 1 unit, is actually 1 kilowatt hour. Mr. CB, any doubt?
No doubt.
And each kilowatt hour is equal to how many joule, Mr. Siba?
3.6 into 10 raised to the power 6.
That is for 6 joule. So in electricity, what we say is, so for example, if there is a household and it is using fans, it is using microwaves, it is using a refrigerator, it is using bulbs. So this is the amount of electrical energy that the household is consuming. Mr. Sibang, any doubt?
No doubt.
I'm explaining this in detail because this will come again in electricity. So always remember 2-3 things about kilowatt hour. Very critical things. One is, don't confuse, it is not a unit of power. Don't confuse. If you have any doubt, always remember that it is not kilowatt. There is a hour also. So power is equal to work upon time. Work is equal to power into time. Therefore, kilowatt hour is a unit of energy. This is the first thing. Second thing is, in electricity chapter, remember that 1 kilowatt hour is 1 unit of electricity. Any doubt?
No doubt.
The third thing that you need to understand is that 1 kilowatt hour is equal to 3.6 into 10 raised to power 6 joule. Am I correct?
Yes.
And usually, just to confuse the children, what they ask is 1 joule is equal to how many kilowatt hour? So what will be the right answer, Mr. CB? 1 joule is equal to
1 joule is equal to 2.78 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 kilowatt.
Minus 3. Was it minus 3?
Yes. Sorry, minus 5
Minus 5?
kilowatt hour.
Any doubt still?
No doubt.
Great. So, question 12.
Energy is the ability. Energy is, yes. 13. Power is rate of doing work. A. 14th, what is the correct expression for power? A.
So, power is work done upon time taken. Now, this dW, just to understand, I'll just give you a brief description. dW is small work. Again, when you go to class 11th, you understand calculus. dt is small time. Any doubt, Mr. CB?
No doubt.
Question 15.
So 15th, what is the correct expression for work? This would be A.
Any doubt about this?
No doubt.
Okay. Question 16.
If a person walks on horizontal road with a suitcase in his hand, the work done is 0. A.
Why? Okay. Let us try to understand this. So, for example, if there is a man, yeah, he is carrying a suitcase. Now I'm just showing the hand and the suitcase. Yeah. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So this is his hand. In his hand, he is carrying a suitcase. Okay. And he is walking towards this side. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
In which direction is he applying force?
So,
This man who is carrying a suitcase. So, for example, you are carrying a suitcase like this. This is a suitcase that you are carrying. Yeah. Have you understood?
yes,
In which direction are you applying the force when you are
upward.
upward? Shabash. This is the force you are applying. And in which direction is the displacement?
Oh, yes, sir, I got it. Displacement is perpendicular to direction.
And what is the angle?
So 90 degrees.
So what would be the work done?
The work done would be 0.
Ft cos 90 is equal to 0. Any doubt?
No doubt.
See, please try to understand that the man is carrying the suitcase and he is applying the force in this direction. Against which force is he applying this upward force, Mr. CB?
Gravitational.
Gravitational force, which is towards this side. Any doubt?
No doubt.
So when he is carrying towards this side, if he is carrying towards this side, his force is up. His displacement is this direction. This angle is 90 degree. Therefore, work is
0.
any doubt?
No doubt.
So, Mr. CB, question number 17. What is the work done by a man in carrying a suitcase 30 kg over his head when he travels a distance of 10 meters in the vertical direction? Yes, Mr. CB. How will we calculate this?
So we have the mass 30 kg. So weight is basically force in a sense. So weight would be mg, and so there should be 30 into 10, which would be 300 Newton, and 300 into 10 meter in the vertical direction would be 3000 meter.
So, work done would be 3000 joule.
3000 joule. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe in this case, he has taken the gravity to be 9.8. Have you understood what I've done?
Yes, sir.
So 98 upon 10 into 30, 8 3 the 24, 9 3 the 27, 2940. That is why he is showing a answer of 2940 joule. Have you understood what I've done?
Yes, sir.
See, gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. It is also taken as 10 meter per second square. So at times you will have to figure out. Have you understood what I've done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Question number 18.
1 horsepower is equal to 746 watt.
Great. Again, if they ask you about 1 watt is equal to how many horsepower, you'll have to understand that this would be equal to 1 upon 746. You'll have to calculate this. Any doubt?
No doubt.
So just look at the question carefully. What are they asking? Any doubt?
No doubt.
Question 19.
Work done is 0, 1. C.
Question 20.
1 joule is equal to 0.24 calorie.
Okay. Question 21.
If a ball is thrown vertically upwards, the work done by gravitational force is negative D.
Why negative?
So because if a ball is thrown vertically upwards, it's opposing the gravitational force. So if you're opposing work, then it's going to be negative. The work is going to be negative.
See, Mr. CB, what you need to understand is that which work is being talked about. Here, the gravitational work done by the gravitational force is being talked about. Have you understood?
Yes.
Now, the force applied, the gravitational force is below. Have you understood?
Yes.
See, as we have discussed before, the earth will try to attract everything towards itself. Have you understood?
Yes.
So the gravitational force is in this direction. In which direction is the displacement?
The displacement is upwards.
So what would be the work done?
Negative.
Negative. Any doubt?
No doubt.
Yeah. See, FD cos 180 degree. Why cos 180 degree? Because the angle between force and displacement is, Mr. Sivan.
180 degree.
And if you remember, this is the curve of cos, and cos 180 is minus 1. Therefore, this would be minus FD. Work would be negative. Any confusion still?
No doubt.
Okay. Next question. EV is a unit of?
EV is the unit of. So this would be B work.
See, this would be energy. Any doubt?
Okay.
Any doubt?
No doubt. No doubt.
Question 23.
A body at maximum height possesses potential energy. In an electrical cell, while in use, the change in energy is from electrical. No, sorry, D, chemical to electrical.
Electrical cell. So we have this electrical cell. Yeah. So from chemical to electrical. From chemical to electrical. Any doubt?
No doubt.
Question 25. Energy possessed by wheels of a moving car is?
Rotational kinetic energy.
So this is the wheel of a moving car. It is going like this as well as it is rotating. So what kind of energy will it possess?
So rotational kinetic energy.
Yeah, rotational as well as translational.
Yes.
Any doubt?
No doubt.
So what would be the right answer?
C.
Great. Question 26.
On oscillating pendulum at its extreme position possesses V.
So the pendulum at the extreme position. Here it only possesses potential energy. At its mean position, it only possesses, Mr. CB,
So kinetic energy.
and in between it possesses.
Both kinetic and potential energy.
Shabash. Very nice. Okay. Question 27.
A ball rolls on an inclined plane. On midway through its motion, the ball has C. When the velocity of a particle is doubled, its kinetic energy increases by 4 times.
Increases by 4 times. So half mv square, velocity is doubled. 2v square, half m4v square. This is 4 times half mv square. So the kinetic energy is increased by 4 times. Any doubt, Mr. CB?
No doubt.
Okay. Question 29.
When you double the velocity, the kinetic, so the correct answer for this would be D.
When you double the velocity, kinetic energy, the ball of is thrown with the initial velocity to reach height. The correct is the potential energy of the ball at the highest point is mgh. Great. Question 30.
So 30, the boy drags a load L along the horizontal plane AB by applying a force F. The boy does.
A boy drags load L along horizontal plane AB by applying a force F. Boy does. Mr. CB.
The boy does B.
Some positive work. Great. Question 31. SI unit of work is joule, expressed in mass, length, time. This can be expressed as
B.
See how you do these questions is joule is equal to force into distance. This is the formula of work. Force can be written as mass into acceleration into displacement. The SI unit of mass is kg, of acceleration is meter per second square, of displacement is meter. So this would be kg m plus 2 s minus 2. Is it correct?
Yes.
So the right answer would be C part. Any doubt?
No doubt.
SI unit of power is watt in terms of mass, length, and time. This can be expressed as, again, the simple way of doing this is just put the.
So I had a doubt in the 31st question.
Yeah.
So why would it be C?
See, this would be mass would be kg, acceleration would be meter per second square. This would be displacement. So this is kg meter raised to power 2 and s raised to power minus 2.
But so the option that you selected.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. CB, you are correct. So what would be the right answer?
B.
Kg meter square second minus 2. Shabash. Nice. Okay. Question 32. Watt. This is work upon time. Work is force into displacement into time. See, this is displacement. So force is mass into acceleration into displacement upon time. Mass is kg. Acceleration is meter per second square. Displacement is meter. Time is second. So this would be kg meter square. I'm sorry. This would be kg meter square second raised to power minus 3. So what is the right answer, Mr. CB?
So the right answer would be A.
Correct. Great. Okay. Stone resting on a roof of a building has?
So potential energy.
Shabash. Falling raindrop has?
Both kinetic and potential energy.
Shabash. 35.
An aeroplane is flying at an altitude of 10,000 meters at a speed of 300 kilometers. So we'll have C, both kinetic and potential energy.
Shabash. 36.
Kilocalorie is the amount of heat required to raise the temperature of 1 kg of water 300 degrees Celsius.
Shabash. 37.
When a flashlight is switched on, the electric energy B first changes to light energy, then to heat energy.
Shabash.
The
38.
pendulum is oscillating freely. The bob will have D.
Shabash. Constant energy, which is sum of both potential and kinetic energy. You are ignoring all the wastage. Any doubt?
No, not.
Okay. Can you solve question 39 and 40?
Sure.
So, Mr. Siban, if power of a motor is 100 kilowatt, what speed it can raise a load at 50,000 Newton?
So this would be D.
Why?
So because 100 kilowatt would be equal to 100,000 watt, and 100,000 watt will be equal to 50,000 into velocity.
So the simple formula of power is equal to force into velocity. Any doubt about this?
No doubt.
No, this is kilo. Kilo means 1000. Have I made a mistake? No. This is 100 kilowatt is equal to 50,000 Newton into velocity. Yeah. So this will be upon 50. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 50 to the. So the velocity would be 2 meters per second. Any doubt, Mr. CD?
No doubt.
Great, sir. How should we do question number 40? Have you understood what I have done?
Yes.
So these are important questions. What you need to, basically this requires a bit of mathematical manipulation. They require, the physics is easy, but the maths is a bit tricky. So let us try to understand what I've done. There are two masses m1, m2 equal kinetic energy. So kinetic energy of 1 would be kinetic energy of 2. This is half m1 v1 square is equal to half m2 v2 square. Half cancels. I get the ratio of v1 square upon v2 square. So ratio of v1 upon v2 is equal to root m2 upon m1. Any doubt till here?
No doubt.
See, the important thing that you need to understand is that, you know, if you see at the options are p1 upon p2. So p1 upon p2 is m1 v1 m2 v2. In all these four choices, you only see m1 m2. You don't see p1 p2. Basically, you'll need to eliminate v1 upon v2. Have you understood what I've said?
Yes.
Now that can only be eliminated if you take the ratio of v1 upon v2, which is equal to root m2 upon m1. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So this would be m1 upon m2, and v1 upon v2 you get it from here. Then you put it here. This is root m1 upon root m2. Any doubt?
No doubt.
Great, sir. Okay. Can you do question number 41, 42, 43, 44?
Sure, sir.
Question number 41, Mr. CB.
Question number 41. If a man of 60 kg runs, so that his kinetic energy is 750 joule, the man should run with a velocity of. So we'll apply the formula of half mv square over here, kinetic energy. 750 is equal to half into 60 into v square. So the final answer would be 5 meters per second.
Question 42.
So question 42, 2k upon v square. So capital K would be kinetic energy, 2 into half into mv square. So the final answer would be 8 kilogram.
Okay. Question 43.
So this would be A.
Question 44.
So this would also be B.
Why?
So because on calculating it, you would like potential energy possessed by ball when initially at rest, and kinetic energy of the ball before it hits the ground would be same. So C and D are the wrong options. So we are left with A and B. And if you calculate potential energy, then you will get answers B.
Well, the potential energy is mgh, mass into gravity. What have you assumed the gravity to be? 10.
And yes.
Mg into h. So the final answer is 500,001. Is it correct?
Yes.
So 1 joule. And before it hits the ground, all the potential energy gets converted into kinetic energy. So this would be the correct answer. 45th.
45th one. What is the weight of a body? It would be 8.
Correct. It will be 0. Any doubt till here, Mr. CB?
No.
Great, sir. A body falls freely under gravity from rest. Name the kind of energy it will possess. At the point from which it falls.
Potential energy.
Okay. While falling. On reaching the ground.
Okay.
So what will be the right choice?
So it would be A.
Great. So question 48.
A uniform meter scale can be balanced at the 70 centimeter mark when a mass of 0.05 kg is hung from 94 centimeter mark. The mass of the meter scale would be C, 0.06 kg.
Why, sir?
So I'm calculating the final formula would be 20 into weight of the scale is equal to 24 into 5 upon 100 kg.
So this is the fulcrum. And where will the weight be?
At the 50 centimeter.
So we require the mass. So I'll rather take this to be mg. Is it correct?
Yes.
So my equation would be mg into the distance between these two is 20. This would be equal to the distance between these two is 24. And this is 0.05 kg into g. Am I correct?
Yes.
Now this g and this g will cancel. Any doubt?
No doubt.
Now just remember that this is centimeter, this is centimeter, this is kg, so the answer will automatically be in kgs. Any doubt?
No doubt.
So this will mass will be 24 into 0.05 whole upon 20. Am I correct?
Yes.
Now let us solve this. So 4 5 the 4 6 the 0.01. So this will be 0.06 kg. Am I correct, Mr. Siba? Mr. CB, any doubt?
No doubt.
So just take care. There are 2-3 things that you need to understand. One is they require the mass. So I'm taking mass m into g. Don't put the value of g for a simple reason that this g and this g will cancel. Any doubt?
No doubt.
Remember that this is in centimeter and this is in centimeter, so they balance each other. Any doubt?
No doubt.
No need of converting these into meter because they will cancel each other. And the final answer will automatically be in kg for a simple reason that you have a kg here. Any doubt?
No doubt.
Great, sir. Question number 49.
So the 49th question, Nandan tried to push a heavy rock of 200 kg for 100 seconds but could not move it. The work done by Nandan at the end of 100 seconds is D, 0.
Why?
So because he could not move it, if he can't move it, there's no displacement. If there's no displacement, then work would not be 0.
Great, sir. Question 50, Mr. CB.
So we have a body of mass 2 kg is dropped from a second floor of a building, which is at a height of 12 meters. What is the force acting on it during its fall? I think at this problem we won't require height. The real question is force. So force acting on it. Force acting on the body basically means weight, and weight is equal to mg. So m is 2 and kg is given as 9.8. So 2 into 98 upon 10 would be 90.6 Newton.
Any doubt, Mr. CP?
So this, which is at a height of 12 meter, was a distracting kind of trick.
Yeah, you don't require this. See, what is the force acting on it during its fall? The force acting is the weight. Any doubt?
No doubt.
See, another way in which you could have asked this question was if there was a second, third, fourth part. What is the total energy at any point? So the total energy at any point would have been what, Mr. CB? Any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
See, the total energy would remain the same as what it had here, which was at a height of 12 meter. Mr. Siva,
Yes, sir.
any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
See, what you need to understand is few things. One very simple thing. You are ignoring all air. You are ignoring all the wastage which is there. So don't bring in your practical life into these ideal situations. Mr. CB, any doubt?
No doubt.
So you are ignoring everything which exists in the universe. It is just the body and the building. That is it. Any doubt?
No doubt.
Great, sir.